Hello, everybody. Welcome to a whole new little series of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. I know we're probably very late to the game on this, but I bought it and we're playing it.
Great.
Oh yeah, we're here with Pixel.
Yes, I'm here
I'm here
against
too,
my
but my
will.
dogs are going crazy.
All right, let's start DDLC.
Better not start doing the annoying voices.
I will.
You know there's no stopping it.
Damn, why did I even open my mouth?
Who wants to voice her?
Hey, that's all you, Pony.
Hold on, I need to turn that down. You sure nobody wants to voice Sayori?
If I try, you'll just skip ahead before I can read it.
No, I won't.
I can hear the smirk in your voice. No.
No, I won't. Come on, I don't want to be voicing every one of these characters.
I mean, you do a good job at it.
Fine. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you two suck and nobody else likes you. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just saw an idol in front of the crosswalk and let Sarah catch up to me. Ah! Ah! I overslept again! But I got you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Eh! You sounded like you were going to think of what you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Ponu and Kat. Hey, I gave you guys the option.
I know you did.
Do you guys want a second chance? Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Do you guys want to? Do one of you guys want to start voicing her so I don't do that voice?
Good. Fine. No.
Huh?
I am not about to voice an anime girl.
You already do.
Never mind, I do that already.
What about you, Kat? Do you want to say be Sayori?
Alright. Fine. But did you wait for me after all? I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to.
That's good. There's like barely any delay. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and get plowed by a speeding vehicle. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Ponu and Kat, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in the people like you. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did.
Fuck.
In one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content. When I'm perfect content. Just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Relatable.
This girl sounds like the best friend.
Uh-huh. I was
Dogs in
talking
the background.
I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have the social, fuck, or have social skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world.
We had a whole conversation about the word neat during the stream. Actually, I think that stream has been unlisted.
Not surprising. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by a bitch? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day's as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Subs. I could go for a club sandwich right now. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Pixel.
Hello?
Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. Everyone else is dead.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know.
No, what?
Well, you could come to my club.
Sayori.
Yeah?
And I just punch her in the face.
Fantastic. It will end my suffering much faster.
There's no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. Bitch can barely read. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President of the United States of Japan. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Let's go.
Oh boy, Kat, we're gonna make sure you voice at least one of these girls.
My sisters are screaming bloody murder right now. I cannot talk.
I mean, I can't hear them.
Because my mom is talking to them, so they're shut up. But they have not stopped screaming for the past 10 minutes.
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here.
I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Kat, you sure you don't want to voice anybody?
I don't think she came out.
All you would hear in the background is just my sister screaming and my mom screaming at them back.
I, never hear them, though.
As my mom has gotten them settled down for now. But I can still hear them coughing, and my dad is still talking at the top of his lungs.
I don't think Discord's picking it up, though.
Fine, I'll
Just
do
to be
it.
safe.
I'll do it.
I told
Oh.
you this was a bad time to record.
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Ah, Ponu and Kat, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry, you're just too small.
Natsuki.
Huh?
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student, or a 5-year-old. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can't just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that.
Oh, that's me. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right. It's great to see you again, Pony Cat. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other, well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little. You too, Monica.
Come, sit down, Pony Cat. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcake.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how do I make you some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged just to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a gun, and Yuri runs away. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand, gun in hand.
Are you ready? Ta-da!
And then she shoots all of us.
Wow.
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute.
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
Delicious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around on my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet for the first time ever. Thank God. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor, I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like I
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did, so I already said.
Oh, maybe. But not for you, you dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss this conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess. I don't really know how to read, though. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
Eh? That's not.
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I mean, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the leisure club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand those motherfuckers. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I am fulfilling that dream.
Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah. We'll do our best.
You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining, though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Ponu and Kat, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's eyes begin to gleam. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the room of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me.
Just like my story, The Dragonlands.
Yeah, sure. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Ah, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I just.
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. You just like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... What was it?
Don't say it out loud! Give that back!
Fine, fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on his shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Ah, not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have a writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel more comfortable enough to share hers.
Hmm.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poem.
We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay! I have an idea, everyone.
Uh-huh.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write our own poem. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Uh,
Uh, yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Ponu and Kat? We are one singular being. You still alive, Kat?
I don't think she's still alive.
Oh well. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But...
I'm sorry, I thought. Ponu Kat.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is a price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up.
Yes, yes, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
You really did. You really did scare me for a moment.
If he really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Ponu and Kat, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. I'm gonna say real quick. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Pono Cat, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right! Sayori and I never walked home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright, and with that, I think that's enough for this episode. We'll see you all in the next one. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do a little dance. Bye bye.
Help.